All right, going into the fourth game tonight as our two-time current king and champion right now. Obviously showing some incredible PVZ, yeah, of course. Showing us that Colossus Void Ray ball. Very, very solid builds. I will be saving these replays and posting them on TL. I will actually also be studying these replays a little bit for my own Protoss versus Zerg, because it has never been my my strongest suit. I've always opted to 4-gate poor Zergs, and it's either a win or lose scenario. So this new Void Ray Colossus that Az has shown, very, very strong, but he is going to have his work cut out for him here. Az is going up against HasHe from Vile in the southern position. So HasHe getting the purple Terran, the Donatello Terrans here in the southern position of Lost Temple, going up against, of course, blue Protoss Az in the easternmost 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock position here. Lost Temple, a classic map. No need to describe that, of course, as Az is throwing up his pylon on 9. Pretty standard. He won't be able to show us any further huge Colossus Void Ray balls, but I rest assured, please check out the previous matches, as those balls were crazy. So really, really strong unit composition from Az, showing us the Void Ray Colossus versus Zerg, beating out two really solid opponents. So gateway on the high ground for Az. HasHe setting up his barracks here on the high ground, of course. Getting his SCVs up. No scouting, actually. First scouting, of course, from Az going down. He will reach HasHe's base here. HasHe not really scouting. Throwing up his gas, opting to get the little bit of an extra mineral boost. He doesn't need to do anything super fancy, obviously, here versus a Protoss opponent. Just got to make sure you're building methodically. HasHe very quick at getting that SCV off the mineral line to engage the probe. You do not need that probe harassing your building SCVs. Always an annoying tactic, especially for really well microed Protosses. So people like Huck and those kind of guys, very good against very good against the building SCV, the idle SCV. Az doing a great job of keeping that probe in motion as well. Second probe comes in, hits the high ground. Ooh, he misclicked a little bit. Oh, HasHe saw it. No, it doesn't turn around anyway, but no, Az will get it back. It looks like he might have been trying to pile on the high ground there. Possibly had a pylon. Yeah, HasHe did notice it, so he will double check with the Marine before heading out. SCV from HasHe is going to reach the base of Az. Zella just started for Az, actually, so that micro might have cost him a little bit of a macro, actually, as he just is producing that Zealot right now, and it looks like HasHe isn't going to really take it too much of an advantage of that. SCV getting trapped and destroyed, so Az picks up an SCV kill regardless. Does get the second gas up. As something to note, how quickly the Terran got the Protoss got their second gas. Generally signifies a non-use of a 4 warp gate or anything like that. Of course, on 4 warp gates, you do only need 1 gas. But getting the second gas does allow Az to produce a lot of sentries. Sentries vital in the PvT matchup. Sentries are the only way you're going to be able to zone these very hard-hitting bio units of the Terran, and do your best to basically ensure that you get the attack angles, because obviously you cannot go head-to-head against this bio army. So sentry is going to be very important. That second gas will be critical in that. Robotic started from so 1 gate robo, no further. There's the sentry. I was waiting for that. You got to be really careful, making sure you get that sentry out. Also a 2 Marauder, 2 Marine push with an SCV or something along those lines. Very popular, especially in close positions on this map. So you need to be very careful. Get that sentry out, block off your ramp, and just in case. But looks like HasHe is actually going to hold his low ground. Getting a supply depot at the wall. Looks like there is going to be some Banshee play, I would guess here. The factory produced a tech lab for this starport, so I expect HasHe to get onto Banshees or possibly a Raven or something like that. But Banshees would be the most optimal, efficient use of that tech lab at this moment, given that he just has the reactor producing some Marines. What is he going to get? Come on, HasHe. He gets Cloak started, and there goes nothing else. Waiting for the Banshee. There it goes. But this is very interesting. Warp Prism from Az. So Az is getting his second and third gateway up. Warp gates have finished. They will convert into warp gates. Fourth warp gate there. I didn't see the hidden one behind the mineral lines. Oh my. We'll see if HasHe is going to scout this, though. He loads up that Zealot. He is going to load up the remaining ball of his base. Oh, and he is going to take the long route. Very, very smart from Az. So this is a Warp Prism rush. Az is bringing out all sorts of new builds. Have not seen any of these in any games, truthfully. So Az is going to rely on strictly Zealot, Sentry, Stalker to be able to get this Warp Gate in action. He does have a little bit of a ball already loaded into that, so that's great. Pushing into the midfield, Az is just going to test the defenses, keep him on his toes. Oh no, the Warp Prism's going to cross with the... Yeah, the Banshee, I think, caught the Warp Prism. I don't know or not. If he did, HasHe has not reacted. Nope, HasHe did not see it. The Banshee crossed, but the vision distance were too close. Looks like he's going to elevate onto the high ground, so he's unloading in the dark right now on HasHe. HasHe is pushing out with a Tank Marine. He only has that one Banshee. More being warped in. Holy crap. So Az is going to be able to base trade here against HasHe. HasHe is moving to the middle. Banshee's going to reach Az's base. See the warp gates. He's going to have to get up some Stalkers right now. It looks like Banshee's already going to work. These guys need to really get going. Az is warping in, trying to get in some Stalkers right here. He does get an Observer started. The Observer's way late. Going to start losing more and more probes. Oh my god, the Banshee's going to get there, but here come the ball. Oh, another cloaked Banshee here. Az is not able to do too much against the Marines being pulled back. The bunker will go down. Great force field on the low ground there, keeping the Marines out. Tanks obviously have a vision of their high ground. Very solid from HasHe. He does counter this, bringing the SCVs and will help him clean up the remaining Zealot there. That Banshee from the base is still selected by me. It's going to clean up one Stalker. The second Stalker is going to get 10 kills though. All the probes are in midfield. The Banshee does not go down. 11 kills, including 2 Stalkers. Good game from Az, and HasHe does a great job of repelling that drop. A few seconds different, and that would have been a different game as Az would have reached the base first. So, missed Observer from Az. He will, I'm sure, add that to future build orders. But really solid play from HasHe. So, HasHe is taking over as the king. 1 consecutive win, and I think we'll be going to a viewer question in just a second, guys. So, tune in, hop in the chat, and we'll see you in just a sec.